Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for Stephen Curry.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now Golden State's starting 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. You know, Greg, neither of these teams are at full health here, both contending with injury.
Yeah, and it's a shame, really. You always want to see teams at full strength, but there's no asterisk because this game's going to count just the same.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Williams. 3-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board. Here's Curry from past the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Here's Russell. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Johnson sends the screen for Russell. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Warriors' ball. Inside. Off with the layup. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Wilson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Where there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
0 for 3, not the start they're looking for.
Moody's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. And the Nets miss again.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon. That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Williams laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Nets.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Moody the pass to Curry. 3-pointer, Butler. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
Johnson dishes to Williams. Johnson against Curry. Johnson inside. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Curry. The 9-footer's on the mark.
You see players around the league trying to copy Curry's one-motion shot, but there's only one step.
Johnson kicks to Williams. Pass to Johnson. Curry against Johnson, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Curry. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
And the first one drops. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
The Nets making a switch here. Russell's checked in.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Now for an update on D'Angelo Russell's injury, let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. He informed me that he took a big hit to his forearm and now he has a sizable bruise, but that's all. But he's not letting it slow him down out there, and he's going to give it a shot. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
The Warriors making a switch here. Hield's checked in. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Russell from long range. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Good read by Russell. He is crafty in that two-man game.
Pass to Moody. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, I asked him who has him worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. But right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the terms out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here's Russell. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
They set the screen. Three-pointers off the mark. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Off on the layup. Golden State's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. He doesn't hit that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top. They're up by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Is this, Richard, the time of the year that the players begin to get their second wind? Or is that a myth?
I don't know if it's called a second win, but if you're on a team that's in a position to do something special, that's where that extra motivation starts to kick in.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Payton. Pass to Post. Now, Jackson Davis. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Off target from outside. Brooklyn trailing. Left side Williams. Overhealed. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Williams has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Brooklyn. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Everyone, I needed to get loud in here for
Checked in for Wilson. With a break in the action, let's bring up the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Second, Stephen Curry.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Watford passes to Sharp. Back to Watford. The 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Now, Watford. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry, just 4 to shoot. The shot by Watford, no good. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And yes, it's good.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Pass to Watford. Sharp with a screen on Curry. Watford passes to Sharp.
Looking now at some numbers for Stephen Curry. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
And Sharp drops them both. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Bullseye! Curry with a deep 3.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Pass to Claxton, and here is Johnson. Warriors with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Here's Beekman following the basket by Stephen Curry. Pass to Johnson. Goes up on the wing, and he drops that one in.
The calling card of Johnson, his J. It's why Cam was a lottery pick. It's why he's such a quality NBA player.
Curry finds Butler. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Fields checked in for Stephen Curry.
Substitutions on the court.
.46 seconds left in the first half. Here's Butler. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now, here is Russell. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Takes a step back. Hield. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Williams. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
You know, right now for the Nets, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait till next year.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Well, I love what he's doing offensively. He's hungry, he's attacking, and he's not settling.
He's shooting well because he seems to be getting the shots he wants.
Listen, a guy like that can always get a shot that he wants, Ernie.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high-flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Johnson is out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Williams at the 3 spots. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. Pass to Green. Rebounded by the Nets. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Russell kicks to Johnson. Russell feeling it out a bit. Driving inside. And it's in there. Russell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
Just willing that one in. That's a tough shot there by Russell.
And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Now Russell, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Claxton, no good. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Curry with the bounce pass. Outside Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. Number 1, Stephen Curry.
Well, he's the guy you want on the free throw line when it matters. I mean, he's a leader and as consistent as they get.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Johnson outside. Outside, Russell. Outside, Williams. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And Moody pulls it down. The Warriors trailing. Here's Butler. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
And Russell gets it to go.
When you talk about crafty players, you're talking about players like D'Angelo Russell who can find his spot.
Here's Green after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And that one is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Johnson outside. Curry against Russell. Claxton, a screen on Curry. Again, Russell missing. Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Curry dishes to Green. To the middle. For the tie. Can't get the layup.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Williams. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Pass to Green. Green with a screen on Claxton. Here's Butler. And the rejection by Claxton. Williams passes to Russell. 11 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And Butler running the floor.
And Butler on the break. You can't give him any room to run or you might get your feelings hurt.
Russell passes to Claxton. Down low. Here's Williams. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got 9.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Outside Butler. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Nets. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Johnson left side. Johnson outside. There's Russell with the three. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets out in front. They lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Here's Jackson Davis out there with Payton, and it's Post in at the 5. The shot by Wilson, no good. And for the Warriors, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Post. Here's Jackson Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson Davis has got it all tied up now for the Warriors. The Nets shooting just 34% from the floor. It's Martin on the wing. Pass to Clowney. Here's Wilson. No good from outside. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Here's Hield. Out to Payton to take the lead. Rebound, Brooklyn. Watford with it. Now here's Wilson. Sharp with a screen on Payton. Shot's good by Wilson.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nets leading by 3. Martin with it. Now guarded by Hield. Back to Watford. Nets passing it around. Here's Clowney. The tray. The shot by Wilson. No good. Outside, Payton. Can't hit from in close. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Now Watford. Pass to Wilson. There's the 3. That one misses.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Offensive rebound. Here's Jackson Davis. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Wilson the pass to Martin. And here's Sharp. There's the pick. Kicks it out to Wilson. Good on the 3-point shot. Wilson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said, if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. They'll keep pounding it inside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Nets leading by 6. Johnson from outside. Rebound by Butler. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. A shot by Curry, no good. Nets shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Williams. Kicks it out to Johnson from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Moody. Here's Curry. He's guarded by Russell. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Williams' shot is off. Warriors trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Now, here is Russell. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Podziemski with it. It's hauled in by Claxton, and he commits the intentional foul. 36 seconds left in the game. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And they double up Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Williams. Launches it. Cameron Johnson, and that's good. And the Nets lead by 7.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Timeout called the Warriors. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
It's Curry outside. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
With 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
The offensive rebound. Here's Podziemski. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.